I was 165 pounds at 14 years old. I had never really watched football before. My mom and dad met in the military, and because I got to watch my dad travel all over the world and he used to bring back all this cool stuff, I knew that's exactly what I wanted to do too. So to get a head start, I decided to join ROTC. We had just moved from Georgia to Alabama to be closer to my grandma. So my brother and I, we were the new kids at school. So we ate lunch together every day so we wouldn't have to be by ourselves. One day at lunch, this dude walked past my brother and I, and he stopped. He looked at my brother and he said, "You should come out for football." Then he looked at me and said, "You can come too." I knew he didn't really care if I came or not. I was just a skinny little kid. So I knew it was more of a pity invite. The guy walked away, and I looked at my brother and I asked him, "Are you gonna do it?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "All right, I'll come too." That's the moment everything changed. I was stepping into the arena called football. I knew I wasn't supposed to be out there, but that didn't stop me from trying. If my big brother could do it, then so could I. I was one of the last ones out of the locker room because I didn't know how to put pads on my girdle. But fortunately, I had a teammate that noticed and he helped me out. Then I stood up in cleats for the first time. I felt like a newborn calf just trying to walk for the first time. And I headed to the field. I went out and stood in the back of the group of players. Then the coach told us to break up into groups by position. And I kind of hesitated a little bit because I had no clue where I belonged. Then the coach told me to stay right here. At that point, I just became a practice dummy. We were doing wrap-up drills. So then he told me to act like a ball carrier. I took the football, and then that's when I felt the sting of the first hit. I hit, then I separated. Then I hit, then I separated. Then I heard the coach yell, "Come on, sugar!" This dude hit me so hard, he lifted me up off my feet and smashed me into the ground. It hurt so bad. I got up and I looked at my arm, and my whole arm was swollen from where his face mask ran down my arm. I ran over and showed my coach. He told me just go ahead and take a break. I had a few minutes to breathe, and then they sent us off to the next drill. The first position I started off, I was a receiver. But that didn't last very long because I really didn't understand the concept of running routes. So then they moved me to fullback. It made a little bit more sense to block, but I couldn't hold on to the ball because I was bracing for the impact instead of holding on to the ball. So they moved me again. Then that's when I got moved to defensive line. The coach said, "Move him and get to the ball." That's when the light came on. I thought to myself, yeah, I can do that. The coach corrected me over and over and over again, and I kept trying. Use your hands, get separation, break away, look for the ball. Every practice I got a little bit better, but because I was still in ROTC, my time started to conflict a little bit. Then I had to decide which one I was going to do. ROTC, take the ASVAB, and head out to pursue my career in the military in a couple years, or play this game where I had no real identity and the path was unknown. I chose the unknown. I chose football. I started going to ROTC less and less, and I started going to football more and more. I wasn't the biggest. I wasn't the fastest, but I became the one who wouldn't quit. That skinny 165-pound kid who didn't know how to put pads in his girdle, he finally found something he was good at. Something that made him feel alive. Football wasn't the plan, but it became my life. Here's what I didn't realize then. Life is a game, and most people are given this instruction manual. They call it the Book of Life. You read it cover to cover, you do exactly as it says, even though the pages are old and dusty. If you don't know something, you just go ask somebody who followed the exact same book, hoping for different advice. But the real game, it starts as soon as you figure out you don't even have to read the book at all. You make your own quest. You create unique scenarios. You do it so many times that you start looking at everybody else, frustrated, flipping through the same dusty-ass book, looking for new answers. I stopped reading the book when I was 14 years old. I stepped into the arena, and I've been making my own quest ever since.